University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, tonight it's the penultimate match in the first round of this contest. 12 teams are through to the second round, and tonight's winners will join them. The 4 losing teams with the highest scores will return to compete in the playoffs. If tonight's losing teams score 140 or more, they too will definitely return. Wolfson College, Oxford, was established in 1965. The philosopher and historian Sir Isaiah Berlin was its first president, and he was responsible for securing the financial backing of Sir Isaac Wolfson, the head of Great Universal Stores. It's a graduate college, and a high proportion of its intake comes from outside the UK. Alumni include the geneticist Dame Kay Davis, the astronomer Richard Ellis, and one of the most familiar faces of the COVID response, the Chief Medical Officer for England, Chris Whitty. With a student population of 600 graduates and with an average age of 22, let's meet the Wolfson team.
Hi, I'm Maciej Nowakowski. I'm originally from Szczecin, Poland, and I'm currently reading for an MSc in Applied Linguistics.
Hi, I'm Maitri Lapalikar. I'm Indian-German, and I'm currently studying a Master's in Modern South Asian Studies.
And this is their captain.
Hi, my name is Datavya Agarwal. I'm from Gurgaon in India, and I'm reading for an MSc in Mathematical and Theoretical Physics.
Hi there, my name is Archie Williams. I'm from Henley-on-Thames, and I'm currently reading for an MPhil in Islamic Art and Architecture.
Now, the University of Bristol began life in the 19th century and started to thrive in the early 20th when it received donations from the Wills and Fry families who'd made their fortunes in cigarettes and chocolate. So much for men's sana and corpore sano. It received its charter in 1909, and its alumni have included the novelist Angela Carter, the broadcast journalists Sarah Montague, Katia Adler and Susanna Reid, the novelist David Nichols, and the performers Simon Pegg and David Walliams. Representing around 26,000 students and with an average age of 24, let's meet the Bristol team.
Hello, I'm Alex Ruggiero. I'm from London and I'm studying for an MA in Philosophy of Physics.
Hello, I'm Sam Woodcock. I'm from Birmingham and I'm studying geology.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Seb Priest. I'm originally from Lippstadt in Germany and I'm studying medicine.
Hello, I'm Anna Bryan. I'm from Tunbridge Wells and I'm studying economics.
Well, if you'd like to take part in the next series, contact your Students' Union or JCR for more information or go to this website address. Right, let's just get on with it then. Fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. Rose, tulip, cedar, velvet and green can all, in political history, precede what term?
Wolfson Williams.
Revolution.
Revolution is correct. Right, your bonuses are on quotations from English literature. Each answer is a word that is represented in the acronym TARDIS, as in Doctor Who. What is the first word of F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby and the 7th word of Orwell's 1984?
All right, so TARDIS is time and relativity, dimension, and space.
Yeah.
Time, first word of...
Gatsby, yeah.
Because it's not relativity, it's not dimension. It could be space or time.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Time?
No, it's in. What does Shakespeare describe as devouring and wasted in the opening lines of his sonnets number 19 and 106, respectively?
That could be time.
Right, yeah. Time.
That is time, yes. Finally, what is the 4th word of John Keats's Ode to Autumn?
Seasons.
And?
So, and?
Yeah.
And is correct, yes. Right, 10 points for this. A little larger than England and Wales, which country's geographical features include the Cardamom Mountains and the large...
Bristol Woodcock.
India.
No, you lose 5 points. And the large freshwater lake known as Tonle Sap, the latter forming part of the floodplain of the Mekong.
Wolfson Nowakowski.
Burma.
No, it's Cambodia. 10 points for this. In 2019, the first image of a black hole was captured by which telescope network? It's
Wolfson Agarwal.
LIGO.
No, you lose 5 points. its two-word name is also that of the boundary marking the limits of a black hole.
Bristol Regero.
Event Horizon?
Event Horizon is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on people associated with the city of Huntsville, Alabama. Don't tell me about Camp Darling. I invented it. These are the words of which actress born in Huntsville in 1902? She gave a noted performance in Hitchcock's film Lifeboat.
Vivian Lee, maybe. Yeah, Vivian Lee.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, you know, she was
Janet Leigh was
Vivian Lee.
Hitchcock.
No, it's Tallulah Bankhead. In 1950, which German-born engineer moved with his team to a US Army facility at Huntsville, where they developed early ballistic missiles and later the Saturn V launch
I
vehicle?
think this is Werner von Braun.
Von Braun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, von Braun.
Von Braun.
Werner von Braun is correct. And finally, born in Huntsville in 1966, which entrepreneur was a co-founder with Larry Sanger of the online resource Wikipedia?
I don't know.
Oh, it's some name of W.
Williams.
Williams or something.
Yeah, should we'll go with that. Williams.
No, it's Jimmy Wales. 10 points for this. Which Antarctic explorer commanded an odds-defying voyage of 800 miles in an open boat to reach help after his...
Wolfson Williams.
Shackleton.
Shackleton is correct. Well done. Your bonuses are on scientific terms. In each case, give the term from the definition. All three share the same initial letter. Firstly, a biological catalyst that speeds up the rate of metabolic reactions.
Enzyme?
Enzyme.
Enzyme?
Enzyme is correct. Secondly, the simplest formula of a chemical compound. I need a two-word term here.
Elementary.
Like it's something with elements because E, right?
It's the simplest form of elemental state.
No, it's the empirical formula. And finally, the negatively charged particle in an atom.
Electron.
Electron. Electron.
Correct. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see the national flag of a country. For 10 points, simply name it.
Wolfson Novakovsky.
Grenada.
Grenada is correct, yes. So we follow on from the flag of Grenada, which features a highly stylized fruit of the nutmeg tree, with picture bonuses, 3 more examples of fruit in heraldry. First, this shield appears on the flag of which sovereign nation?
One of the Caribbean islands, perhaps.
Lord.
Oh, this could be Bermuda.
Right, yeah, it could be.
I would go with Bermuda. Let's just
Have a
go
stab.
with this. Yeah.
Bermuda?
No, it's Fiji. Secondly, these are the arms of which constituent country located in the Caribbean?
Okay, so it's going to be Dutch colony. It could be Aruba. It could be St. Martin. It could be... I don't think it's Curacao. But it could be as well.
50-50.
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, St. Martin or?
St. Martin, yeah.
St. Martin?
No, it was Curacao. And finally, this is the flag of which English county?
Is that...
There's, I don't know,
Where are there pears in England?
Shropshire?
Yeah.
It's Shropshire.
Shropshire?
No, that's Worcestershire. 10 points for this. Look, if I loved you, it was for your hair. Now that you are without hair, I don't love you anymore. These words from a popular Mexican song are written across the top of which artist's 1940 painting entitled...
Wolfson Williams.
Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo is correct. Your bonuses are on video games released in 2001. Give the title of each game from the description. The first in an ongoing series by Nintendo set on an Earth-like planet populated by a species of tiny plant-animal hybrid aliens. Its creator Shigeru Miyamoto reportedly conceived the game while watching ants working together in his garden.
Plants vs. Zombies?
Yeah, Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies?
No, that's Pikmin. The first in a series of action-adventure games developed by Capcom, praised for its complex combat and gothic art design. The player character is a demon hunter named Dante.
Oh, not Dante's Inferno, but like,
It's like Persona.
no, it's not Persona.
Street Fighter, Final Fantasy.
It's like Dante's Last Stand in 2005. It was a game of some sort. Like
It's not because it's not like Tekken or
Just
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
No, it's Devil May Cry. The first game designed and directed, lastly, by Fumito Ueda, who went on to create Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian. Its abandoned castle settings is notably influenced by the paintings of Giorgio de Chirico.
Is Castlevania a
It could be one of the Castlevanias. They had
Yeah,
like
that sounds
20
good.
sequels.
thing?
And that, yeah.
Play by the numbers. Yeah, let's go Castlevania.
Castlevania.
No, it's Eco. 10 points for this. What six-letter word can denote all of the following? A rectangular section of a flag, usually in the top hoist corner, an administrative subdivision such as Uri or Sankt Gallen, and a former Romanized name of the Chinese city of Guangzhou.
Wolfson Novakovsky.
Canton.
Canton is correct. These bonuses are on early 19th century French art. Depicted on a sumptuous bed above a funeral pyre, which legendary Assyrian ruler is the title figure of an 1827 painting by Delacroix?
Assyrians.
Yeah.
Syrian ruler.
Ashurbanipal is Assyrian, is he? Or is
Could
that-
be. It's not Methuselah, right? Let's go with your guess because I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
let's just go with that.
Nominate Williams.
Ashurbanipal?
Sardanapalus. Which English romantic poet wrote the blank verse tragedy that inspired Delacroix's painting of Sardanapalus?
Wordsworth, Byron, Keats.
Wordsworth, I think,
I
did.
think Wordsworth probably is a
Is
good
Wordsworth?
shout.
But is it,
Yeah.
is it a bit too classicizing?
Should we go? Okay.
18th century,
All right.
yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Wordsworth.
No, it was Byron. Which French composer won the Prix de Rome in 1830 for a cantata entitled The Death of Sardanapalus? His symphony, Harold in Italy, was inspired by Byron.
1830. So should we just go Chopin?
Chopin.
Well,
or
I mean, as a Polish man, I wouldn't call him a Frenchman, but you know what? Do what you do, man. You're the captain.
Chopin or Delibes?
I think maybe, because, yeah.
Let's just go Chopin.
That was Hector Berlioz. 10 points for this. First performed in Paris in 1902, which composer's only completed opera concerns a love triangle between the title characters and Prince Golo? His subsequent orchestral compositions include La Mer.
Bristol Woodcock.
Debussy?
Debussy is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on a medieval author. Polycraticus is an 1159 work of political philosophy by John, a churchman named after which cathedral city in southern England?
Wells?
Wells.
Let's go with Wells, why not?
Salisbury?
Or Salisbury. Yeah, is Salisbury more
Go
plausible?
Salisbury.
Salisbury, maybe.
Salisbury.
John of Salisbury is correct. John of Salisbury served as secretary to Theobald and which other Archbishop of Canterbury?
Becket, is it?
I think it would be something like, yeah.
Let's make it
Thomas
Becket,
Becket.
Yeah. Becket.
It was Becket, yes. In 1176, John became Bishop of which see in northern France? Situated to the southwest of Paris, it has a distinctive two-spired cathedral.
Not a clue.
Maybe? Is that?
No.
No, that's not in the right
Could be,
place.
no, Reims?
Everyone?
Or it could be or Tours. No.
We'll go for whatever you
Yeah,
want.
Tours is decent. I don't think it's Reims.
Tours.
No, it's Chartres.
Okay.
Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of popular music. 10 points if you can tell me the name of the group performing.
Is she really going out with him? Well, they.
Bristol Brian.
The Shangri-Las?
Well done, it is the Shangri-Las, yes. That was the beginning of The Leader of the Pack, an example of the teenage tragedy genre of music, popular in the 50s and 60s. For your music bonus questions, you're going to hear 3 more teenage tragedy songs. In each case, I want you to name the artist or the group singing. Firstly?
With those having relatives or friends on flight number 1203,
Not a
please
clue.
report to the chapel across the
I
street
don't
at
recognise this.
once. Then I fell
That's on it.
Yeah. Pass.
It's the Everly Brothers. Secondly?
And at dinner time we stopped and walked back
And
to the house.
that's Bobby Gentry?
Go for it.
Yeah. Nominate Brian.
Bobby Gentry?
Bobby Gentry is correct.
Awesome.
Ode to Billy Joe. And finally?
But something's wrong, I cannot move around. My leg is
caught, it's pulling me down. But I'll keep my hands shut tight.
Quicker.
No,
Buddy Holly or something like that.
Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
No, that's Roy Orbison.
Okay.
10 points for this. After a local plant, the consumption of which was said to produce facial convulsions resembling horrible laughter, what island to the west of the Italian peninsula?
Bristol Regaro.
Sardinia.
Sardinia is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on film titles formed by combining internet country codes. For example, combining the codes of Saudi Arabia and Lithuania gives the film title Salt. In each case, identify the title from the description and the countries named. Firstly, the codes for Canada, Slovenia and Norway combine to form the title of which 1995 Martin Scorsese movie?
Casino.
Casino. Yeah. Casino.
Casino is correct. Combining the codes for Senegal, Austria and Switzerland gives the title of which Guy Ritchie movie of 2000?
Snatch, isn't
Yeah, it would
it? Yeah. Snatch.
Snatch is correct. Hungary, Nigeria and Eritrea give which 2008 Steve McQueen film?
Hunger.
Yep, that works.
Hunger.
Hunger is correct. 10 points for this. Often used with words such as treason and insurrection. What word from the Latin for apart and going describes conduct or speech inciting rebellion against the authority of a state or monarch?
Bristol Regaro.
Sedition.
Sedition is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on astrophysics. In 2015, the LIGO Observatory in the USA detected a chirp of gravitational waves for the first time, coming from what kind of event?
There's two fusing black holes, wasn't it? Or was it neutron stars? I think it was a black hole merger.
Yeah, I think that sounds right to me.
Black hole merging.
It was two black holes merging, yes. This gravitational wave signal provided evidence that, as predicted by the general theory of relativity, a black hole has no more than 3 observable properties. One of these properties is spin. Name the other 2.
Charge and mass.
Charge.
And
mass.
Correct, yes. This lack of complex observable features was expressed by the physicist John Wheeler in the phrase, black holes have no what?
Hairs.
Nominate Ruggiero.
Hairs.
Hair is correct, yes. 10 points for this. Played by Dev Patel, which Indian mathematician is the title figure of the 2015
Wolfson
film?
Agarwal.
Ramanujan.
Ramanujan is correct, yes. These bonuses are on operas. First performed in 1893, which opera by Puccini was based on an 18th century novel by the Abbé Prévost? Its title character is a French woman who is deported to America.
Could it be something like Ophelia or...
Eloise, is that an opera? Eloise?
Genuinely have
That's a better guess, maybe.
Nominate Williams?
Heloise?
No, it's Manon Lescaut. Originally performed by Émile Destin in 1910, how is the character Minnie described in the title of an opera by Puccini set in a forest in California?
No adjectives.
Do they want an adjective?
Orange?
They want an adjective.
I don't know, like Orange County? I mean...
Oh, that could work, yeah.
Yeah.
Orange.
No, it's the girl of the Golden West. How is the soprano character Cho-Cho-san known in the title of an opera by Puccini?
Operas by Puccini.
Pass.
It's Madame Butterfly. 10 points for this. Indicating a specific form of physical exercise. For what do the letters HI stand in the abbreviations HIIT?
Bristol Woodcock.
High intensity.
High intensity is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses. They are on history. In each case, give the year of the second millennium in which the following took place. The final 2 digits of each answer are 3 times the first 2. For example, 1030 and 1854.
Okay.
This is good.
Firstly, Razia Sultana became the first and only female ruler of the Delhi Sultanate.
Oh, when's Delhi Sultanate around?
Same as the Mughal period.
No, it's just before Mughal. Ibn Battuta
say-
turned up. Let's
So,
say
So say
1339?
No, probably
no,
14
that's too
something.
early for me.
Okay,
So what would that
So,
be?
so
1442.
1442?
1442.
No, it's 1236. Secondly, an early documented use of the white cross symbol by Swiss soldiers in their victory at the Battle of Lopin.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Swiss soldiers.
1133.
13, 14, no, hundreds? I think it's a bit later. Than
Okay, 1339 then.
Yeah.
1339.
1339 is correct.
Awesome.
And finally, the opening of the Council of Trent, part of the Roman Catholic response to the Reformation.
1545.
Nominate Ruggiero.
1545.
Correct. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a painting. 10 points if you can name the artist.
Bristol Woodcock.
El Greco.
El Greco is correct. Yes, well done. Following on from El Greco, your bonuses are works by 3 artists painting in the 20th century who identified El Greco as an important influence. Name the artist in each case. First, this German artist.
German, so
Germans, probably Weimar.
yeah, so like clay, something like that. You might be.
Go for it.
Swiss,
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah. Nominate Brian.
clay.
That's Franz Marc, The Waterfall. Secondly, this US artist.
Pollock, surely.
Yeah, that does look like a Pollock.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Pollock.
This is Jackson Pollock, yes. And finally, this artist.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Rings a bell, but...
It's very blue.
No, I haven't got anything.
Pass.
That's Pablo Picasso from his Blue period.
Oh, it's early
10 points for this. Ivinghoe Beacon between Tring and Dunstable is the eastern terminus of which national trail, 87 miles in length and following a prehistoric route?
Wolfson Agarwal.
The Yukon Trail.
No? Anyone want to buzz from Bristol?
Bristol Woodcock.
Pennine Way.
No, it's the Ridgeway. Right, 10 points at stake for this starter question. What 3 letters begin the German words for all of the following? Fate or destiny, battle, the verb to taste, sheep.
Bristol Priest.
SCH.
SCH is correct, yes. 3 questions on US states and Canadian provinces. What is the only US state that borders the Canadian province of Alberta?
Is that just before
North
British Columbia?
No, US state. North Dakota word.
No, Montana, I think.
Montana.
Oh, Montana. Go for it.
Montana.
Montana is correct. What is the only US state that borders New Brunswick?
Maine. It must be Maine.
Yeah.
Maine.
Maine is correct. Finally, what is the only US state that borders the Yukon Territory?
Alaska.
Alaska has to.
Alaska.
Alaska is correct. 10 points at stake for this. Acharnians, knights, frogs, clouds and birds are among the stage works of which...
Bristol Woodcock.
Aristophanes.
Aristophanes is correct. Your bonuses are on SI-derived units. I will give you the base unit equivalent, and I want you to give me the corresponding SI-derived unit. For example, meters kilogram per second squared would be Newton. Firstly, seconds cubed amperes squared per meters squared per kilogram.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah. This is all right.
Pass, I think.
Pass.
That's a Siemens. Meters squared, kilograms per second, cubed per ampere.
Meter squared.
Could that be an ohm?
Yeah, I think it was this.
An ohm.
No, it's a volt.
Oh, that's the other one I was thinking.
Meters squared, kilogram per second, cubed.
That's... No. Meter squared, kilogram per second. Cubed.
Come on, let's have it, please.
Maybe
No.
work, joules.
Pressure? Pascals?
Pascals.
No, it's watt. 10 points for this. In geometry, what is the term for a solid figure created between the base of a cone or pyramid and a plane parallel to the base?
Wolfson Agarwal.
Frustrum.
Frustum is correct. You get 3 bonuses on the Prix Goncourt. Simone de Beauvoir won the Prix Goncourt in 1954 for which roman à clef?
That's gotta be one of her existential works.
The Second Sex.
Yeah.
The Second Sex.
No, it was the Mandarins. In 2014, the former psychiatrist Lydie Salvaire won the prize for her novel Pas pleurer, which focuses on which 20th century conflict?
2004, 20th century.
That could be.
What was her name?
Stonewall riots.
It's, I think the conflict is going to be a war. What was her name?
I don't remember. Pass.
Algeria.
Algeria. The Algerian conflict.
No, it's the Spanish Civil War. Who was the first Moroccan woman to win the prize, doing so in 2016 for her novel Lullaby?
Pass.
It's Leila Slimani. 10 points for this. Born in 1938, which professor of psychology at the University of California, San Diego, discovered musical illusions and paradoxes such as the octave illusion, the tritone paradox, and the glissando illusion?
Wolfson Williams.
Dr. Glissando.
No. Anyone want to buzz from Bristol?
Bristol Bryant.
Zimbardo.
No, it's Diana Deutsch. 10 points for this. What uppercase Greek letter is usually used to represent the cosmological constant proposed by Einstein?
Wolfson Agarwal.
Lambda.
Lambda is correct, yes. 3 questions on Chinese history for you, Wolfson. Noted for his military successes, Wu Di, whose name means martial emperor, reigned for more than 50 years during the former or Western period of which Chinese dynasty?
Han. Western Han. Han.
Correct. Wu Di's army subjugated territories as far west as the Fergana Valley. This lies in Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, and mainly in which other country?
Uzbekistan, baby.
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan, correct. Wu Di is also noted as the emperor who made what teaching the state religion of China?
Confucianism.
Confucianism is correct. 10 points for this. What pungent variety of cheese takes its name from a historical duchy of the Low Countries? Its name survives in provinces whose capitals are Hasselt and Maastricht.
Wolfson Novakovsky.
Gouda.
No.
Bristol Priest.
Emmental.
No, it's Limburger. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. What is 30 if 21? Well, at the gong, Wolfson have 110 and Bristol University have 165. Well, you led in the early stages, Wolfson, but, you know, why were you so chuffed about getting Uzbekistan?
A phenomenal country, great people, you know.
OK, that's enough from the Uzbek Tourist Board.
Poland approved, yes.
Right, Bristol, congratulations to you. 165 is a great score. We shall look forward to seeing you in round 2. Congratulations. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. Until then, though, it's goodbye from Wolfson College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Bristol University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.